Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm KJ, and if you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you. Listen, we've got a hot and humid day here in South Jersey. I've got tomatoes to harvest. I've got really a lot to do. I'm gonna go around, harvest some things. I have my two garden baskets. I got one here and I got one here because I think I have enough tomatoes that just one of these won't be enough. The sun is out. It's time to put the hat on. I got the garden baskets. Let's just go ahead and get right started. Over here, we have the Castelluto Genovese. This is the best performing plant. We can see we have all these little fruit sets. I think of these as like my little Halloween tomatoes because they look like little pumpkins. And they're orange right now, but they are going to be an amazing color, an amazing shade of red, like something really brilliant. The only thing I wish is that they were a little bit bigger. If I was using this as a slicing tomato, I'm not going to get that many slices out of it. Like, see, something like this is like big and beefy. I can make a lot of slices out of that. This is my favorite, the Sunny Boy. Big, yellow, round, great for slicing, great flavor. It looks great on a sandwich because it's unique. Unfortunately, this year, I really didn't get a lot. Wait, hold up. Did we see a pest? It's a cucumber beetle. I know it. Yep. I'll worry about you later. This one is, I believe it's a big rainbow. And they taste pretty good because we did harvest one and have it on a sandwich and it was delightful. All right, down here I have a supersonic tomato. These have grown pretty nice. It's like a solid tomato. I believe it's resistant to disease and cracking. Okay, and my last plant over here is my yellow brandywine. Baby girl has only given me one tomato, and that is this one right here. Yeah, so I'm doing what I can to make sure these plants stay healthy. I have done a ton of pruning. They're doing okay though. And I will admit there were some days where I was kind of concerned, like, is this all I'm going to get for the season? Because they kind of stopped producing. I added some tomato tone fertilizer. Basically, the tomato tone fertilizer promotes flowering and fruit growth of your plants. So let's get to harvesting. I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's harvest. Yo, look at this tomato harvest. This might have to be my thumbnail. Over here, we got a young okra in the wild. And this one's ready to go. They say that you should pick okra right when they're about 3 to 4 inches in length. So we're gonna pick this one. I probably could have picked it yesterday, but my mom always told me that you don't want them to get too big or else they're too fibrous and they're not good for eating. So the way you can check to make sure that they're still good and fresh is if you just bend the tip, like just snap the tip here. And if it snaps, then it's good and fresh. But if it's tough and doesn't really bend or it doesn't really break, then that's when it's no good. So let's just, yep, ours is good. Snapped right off. Now over here, I'd like to introduce you to my bed of struggle tomatoes. These tomato plants are growing thin and kind of straggly, but they are still growing. The leaves look blighty, like they have all the little yellowing leaves on there. So I'm gonna snip a few of these off. Like this one down here can go, this over here can go. But I do have a beautiful Sunny Boy tomato down here. So this is the fertilizer that I'm going to be using. It's the Espoma brand organic tomato tone. This is the one you want to use when you're trying to increase your food production. So we're going to put some of that right around the base of the plant. Alright, that's all there is to it. Just adding a little bit, sprinkling it like magic does. Big tomato last time. Yes. Okay, so now our 3 tomato plants are fed. They're happy. You know, they got a little dinner tonight. But right over here next to it, this is where I have my melons. I have a crimson sweet, which, I don't know, can we see the watermelon? There is one over there, you know, chilling in the cut. But next to that, I have some sugar babies. 2 sugar babies that really aren't growing. They're stuck there. I really don't know what's going on with those. And then over here are my cantaloupe, and this has really been the most successful. We have a nice medium-sized one right here. It's not ready yet, but it's getting there. We've got this one down here, and then yes, right in here hiding out, we have a third. Now this is my sugar baby watermelon. You can see these vines look quite bare, but that is because I've pruned a lot of these leaves off. They have developed some kind of fungal issue. It's not cool. I don't like it. This vine right here, since it's really not doing anything and it seems to be infected all the way down to the end, I am going to just take this whole vine off. And just so you can see, here is the crimson sweet, looking absolutely beautiful in classic watermelon striping. I have another crimson sweet plant back here on deck. I have one down here, and we have another one hanging out down there. And then it just produced these new vines. So I expect to see some fruit coming out soon, or some new flowers. And while we're over here, we can take a look at these habaneros. They're doing quite nice. They have been eaten by deer, but they've rebounded. They rebounded quite well. This is the ground cherry. You saw my last video, hopefully, where I was you know, picking off ground cherries off this plant, and look how many are still on here. They're just all up under the leaves. I don't know. This might be blurry. I'm trying to get this videotaping right. This one I started from seed, but I haven't got anything out of it yet. Yeah, look at this cucumber. Like the black spikes look crazy. Like it looks like one of those crazy caterpillars, but I'm just gonna let it go off, do its thing. Roma, check out our Roma tomatoes, bunches of them. Yeah, these mosquitoes are aggressive, okay, aggressive, leaving whole welts all over my body. All right, here we are. I'm gonna show you my Japanese cucumber. It's probably my favorite cucumber because it's unique. They grow kind of like a gourd, you know, slimmer on the top, a little bit more full at the bottom, kind of lighter in color. Definitely unique. Spiky, that's how they feel. They feel spiky. And yeah, I want to get a few more. We have the female flower here, and we have another one down here that can be pollinated. And we're going to grab a male flower. Where is a good man? Just try to get down in there. But in the meantime, we got old girl over here, old faithful. This is the one that got me last time. You won't get me this time. I came prepared. There we go. Snap. Oh, it's just such a satisfying sound. Absolutely gorgeous. We have I think this is a habanero plant that I have growing down here. It's finally starting to sprout some flowers, so that's fortunate. We are going to leave her alone. And I do have a patio choice yellow tomato kind of buried in here. Here is a ripe one right here. We're going to take that. Another 2 or few. My hat. My hat is getting in the way of everything. Okay, there we go. Yes. Success. Looky what I got here. A nice full-size cucumber. Look at you. This is my Dancing with Smurfs. I really haven't gotten that many tomatoes out of it, but right now you can see there's one hanging out right over here. It's kind of red, but it has that kind of bluish top to it. They're really cool looking, and I wish I would have gotten more, but I don't know. She's struggling. Is it the garden beds? I really, I'm skeptical about these raised garden beds all along. Everything is thriving, so I can't complain. Down here, we can see that there's a cucumber that started, but doesn't look like it's any good. So we're gonna remove this off of the plant. I see something. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, another big old fatty. But I'm not sure if that one's ready to go yet, or if it's just, if that's, this might be a sign of something. Like, why is it so bloated up here? I don't know. Maybe I should just take it off. So let's snip it. I'm gonna take this off. We're gonna take this off. I don't know if something is wrong with this because it looks a little excessively, you know, bloated at the top. Why didn't it bounce out? I don't know. If you know why this happens, let me know in the comments. I'm not really sure why. It's still good to eat though. So, let's not take that from it. Now, when I tell you I have a lot of eggplant, like this is such a good eggplant year, this is what I mean. Look at this eggplant down here. This plant has one, two, three, four, five eggplant on it, just on one plant. I'm going to make sure to give this a little fertilizer boost because it's doing a lot of work. You know, she she is a single mom with 5 children. We're going to help her out where we can, keep her strong and healthy. This was supposed to be a bell pepper plant and it grew to about yay high, and we got one pepper growing out of it. And that's it. That's it. That's all, folks. She gave up all she could. Oh, and we got a good sized cubanelle. Let's take that one. Get in there. Yeah, yeah, get in there. Boom. My curly cubanelle. She's cute. I think I will use this for some green seasoning. Okay, so while you guys were hanging out, while you weren't looking, I went and I picked the baby Roma tomato. So she's cute. First Roma tomato I've ever grown. Take a look at the harvest basket. Looking good for now. Let us help ourselves. We got one right here. Yeah, that's a nice adult one. Anything else? I don't have a lot because I did take off quite a bit the last time I came around. Take this one here. A lot of these will also ripen once they are sitting all together. All right, I think that's good. We'll take these. Okay, now one thing that you haven't seen me harvest yet on any of my videos is squash. How could I possibly not have squash in a summer garden? Well, yeah, that's a little bit on me. I was late putting squash into the ground. So I don't have regular zucchini, but I did buy a really cool variety called Cocozelle squash. I heard it's really great tasting, that it tastes a little bit nutty. I tried it because we did get one. We were able to harvest one. And I mean, I thought it just tasted like zucchini, but it was still very, very good. Hopefully we get a lot more because I have like I think like 4 or 5 Cocozelle plants all around the garden. And right now I only have my second one growing in. Looking at it right down here. So beautiful. This is my edamame pod here. They look super great. I think I could have gotten so much more if I would have planted them and spaced them out. Number one, that would have been the first thing. But number two, also staggered out the growing so that way I could actually have more this season. In the midst of all the, tomato chaos, I completely forgot about the peppers that I have here. I've got these peppers down here that I have to pick. They are cubanelles and they've just been forgotten. She's a little rough. I didn't I didn't pick her in time, but she's still good. She's still good. She's just got a little, you know, a little oopsie there. This one's looking pretty good. I just picked these 2 tomatoes. These are my big rainbow tomatoes. And I kind of wanted to show them to you because they're really cool looking. This one is a little bit more ripe. And this kind of shows you the coloring a little bit and how cool it looks. I really wish this was one that I could keep, but it's got a huge hole in it. And then it's got some softness over here, like a little mushy spot. I'm kind of grossed out by it altogether. I guess I could cut like half of the tomato off, but I don't know. I think we can just give this one up to God. But we are going to keep this one. It's a beautiful tomato and it's going to ripen perfectly. Back here, we're in the cabbage patch. Really, this is just the area that I'm growing all of the brassicas. And it's not just the brassicas. I also have some more cocozelle squash. I did mention I have them like kind of spotted everywhere throughout the garden. But here is one right here. It's grown so big, I do have to really be on top of pruning it. Didn't have to do that before. It is a squash plant, so it's susceptible to powdery mildew. Actually, we can see that powdery mildew is setting in over here. It's not something that I would treat the leaf for. I would actually just like prune the whole leaf off. And I've been doing that, so I've been doing kind of a hack job back there. After I remove the infected leaves, I will apply a mixture of like neem oil and water to help protect the healthy leaves from being infected. All right, you guys, we have got a great harvest. Check it out. Oh, I forgot to water the garden this morning. That means I do have to water the garden now. That's what I'm about to head off and do, and put this harvest away and make myself a little snack. So thanks for being here, you guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.